Hey guys, welcome back to Penguin's Garage. As many of you may know or not know, I own a 2016 Ram 3500. This truck has the Aisin transmission uh, and it tows. Cool. Um, One problem this truck has had ever since it was new is the rear end in this truck. Now, not just is she wide, but she shimmers a lot, which might be fun when you're in the bedroom, but not so much when you're towing. It doesn't instill the most confidence. It has the heavy tow package with the vented plate on it, but it still doesn't work well. This truck likes to go long distances, and then we will get off the freeway and go to turn like on an off ramp or something, and it goes and chatters. So the limited slip starts chattering in it. And I'm changing the fluid about every 10,000 miles in the rear end, and it is just not holding up. With that being said, what is it that's causing it? Well, I've tried dealer fluid, I've tried BG Products fluid, and I've tried regular old Valvoline fluid. So the truck's at 70,000 miles on it. I've done this a few times now. I've used the Ford Motorcraft limited slip additive. That works the best. And I've tried a bunch of other things. Except for, whoa, guy. Enter Big Dick Banks. Look at how big this is. Look at my little melon. My little melon next to it. Oh, little melon. I can use it as a hat. So, let's check this thing out. Gail Banks seems to think that this thing's the shit. And I've seen a lot of reviews on it, and a lot of other people seem to think so too. So, down on the bottom, right in there, you can see some ram scoops. Oh, fuck me. And those ram scoops come up through here and they divert the air up. Also, there are cooling fins inside as well to help dissipate the heat. So, oh, and they have ribs in them that are supposed to sling fluid in the most fancy of directions. Will it work? I don't fucking know. But I know I'm going to tear up the rear end. And yeah, let that one soak in for a minute. I'm going to tear up that rear end if I don't do something about this. So, also, AMSOIL. So, coming from a tech's perspective, how much of this is hype? How much of this is legit? We're going to find out, because I'm combining this with that, and we're going to see what happens. So directly on their website, when you order the cover, you get it with the fluid. Well, there's a drop-down packet you can do. They swear by this stuff, and I'm going to see firsthand how good it is. Well, when it fixes the problem, was it the cover or was it the fluid? I don't know, but I know that the Valvoline, the BG products, and the dealer fluid, none of it worked for shit. So I'm at the point right now where I need to do a lot of love to that truck. We got some sort of weird noise. I think it's an EGR valve blew out because it's 60 miles an hour downhill with the exhaust brake on, and I've noticed it with 20,000 pounds behind me. I haven't noticed it with much less than that, but like certain conditions, we get a whistle like a blown out exhaust gasket somewhere. That's another video coming up. Let's just worry about this before we worry about that, right? I mean, bronze and pretty things over mechanical, obviously. Okay, so I've installed 2 of these now, I think. And both people really liked them. Was not my recommendation to install them. They just wanted to do them on their own, which is great by me. Do your thing, boo. So they come with a sight glass. We're going to throw that in here first. It's important to lube your O-ring before you shove it in there. So on that little O-ring, just going to do a little trace of Sil Glide. So that goes right in there. And then we give her a little squirt, squirt. And we give her the old click. Make sure we're We're good and tight here. Perfect. There's a little booty plug for the hole directly below it. So we'll shove that in the old hole, huh? Oh, yeah. Click. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Then the drain plug. Now, the cool thing about the drain plug, it drains things. And it's recessed. So you're not going to hit it on something and break it off. So many manufacturers can learn from that. My other favorite part about this, every single plug on this cover is a different fucking size socket. So up until now, I've been in love with this thing. Like, I think it's great. But we have a 14, a 12, we have a 5mm Allen, and we have a fucking 21mm for the sight glass. Why did we not use all the same? Who knows? Does it affect its performance? No. Is it annoying? A little bit. Am I over it already? Oh yeah. Lubed up our O-ring. We're feeling good about life. Oh, we stuck it in there. So this truck has a very hard pull coming up in March, in a couple months. I need to get it ready. I need to get the gooseneck ready. And then I need to worry about the vehicles that we're going to be off-roading with out there, because we are going once again to the Matt's Off-Road Games. So, yeah, we need this thing ready. And another fun thing, I am so far behind on videos, it's not even fucking funny. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot of videos current, and then you'll see something that doesn't make any sense, and then you'll see something current and something that doesn't make sense. So I'm going to start trying to stay current, but when I don't have a current video, I'm going to throw in some old shit that I got, because I got a lot of old shit. It's not even old. Like, it might be fun and exciting for you guys, but it happened months and months ago. Like, the Rubicon was almost 6 months ago, and that video just released. And YouTube fucked it up. Go back in and delete it and redo it. But we're putting the O-ring in this now. La da 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 da. Now, when you put these O-rings in, you don't want to like pull them tight and push them around. You want it to just kind of like get into place and push it down into it, almost like that. Otherwise, what happens is you end up with a shitload of extra O-ring at the end, and ain't nobody want that. Here's what happens. So on this side, I chased it down with my finger, and you can see this doesn't want to go in there. So let's show you the right way to do it. So from the point I did all that, now we just gonna show you the tappy method. Tap it in, tappy tappy. Oh boy, tappy tappy. This should line right up now. Let me show you what happens when you do it the right way. Boop, done. So now you can go through and run your finger through it and tell all your friends how you ran through it with your finger. They're good. Now, it comes with all new bolts. So you're going to use all new hardware. The hardware that's on there isn't going to be used. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to sell that cover. Because these aren't fucking cheap by any means. But if it works, it works. And that's kind of what I'm banking on. Oh, another thing I didn't touch on. When we're talking about rear ends, I always touch on them. I got the completely bare naked version. They have them where they're all black. They have them where they're black and bare. However, what cools better than naked aluminum? I mean, that's my thought behind it. I don't really give a shit if this thing looks gorgeous under there or not. It's under the truck. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm buying this cover not because I want to be a cool kid, but because I want to stop frying my rear end. I'm actually looking for temp gauges for it as well. I want to drill a temp gauge into it eventually and try and see what my temps are in there, because I have a feeling she's getting fucking warm. For those of you that don't know, this is what's behind it a lot. So this is a 30-foot Big Tex dual axle, dual rear wheel gooseneck trailer. This is a commercial trailer, and it's 9,800 pounds ish empty. You throw a 4,000-pound Jeep on it, and then I believe the Taco is like 4,500 pounds or so. So pretty much anytime I'm rolling somewhere, we're about 20,000 pounds of trailer. Now, when I'm not towing that, over there, I got my Bobcat S250. That's 10,000 pounds naked. Add some buckets to it, we're pretty heavy. Now, I do have a commercial license, which is why I'm allowed to tow this. However, it doesn't take the strain off the truck. My license doesn't make it easier for the truck. So, this is an average load. My other trailer is a tilt deck trailer, and even then, I'm probably 13,000, 14,000 pounds when I'm towing that around. So, that's why we need this. Time to get this cover off. So these are E10s. Start down low, work your way around. Oh wow, yeah, coming out black. Again guys, this has 10,000-ish miles on it, give or take. There she is. It's not terrible. No, it's getting smoked. That's off the magnet. What that is clutch material. Yay! And that lives on this magnet right here. So you see, if I put my hand next to it, it pulls it back off my finger. So that's the damage that's occurring in this. You guys know me, maybe, if it's not your first time. I'm not afraid to speak my mind. If this cover turns out to be a piece of shit and I know no difference, and in 10,000 miles this thing's shitting and shaking and doing all the things, I'm gonna tell you, this fucking cover is garbage. But if it doesn't, I'm gonna tell you it's good. So we'll see. But it can't be any worse than that, I don't think. I hope. So, we are back. I'm gonna wipe this all down. Make sure that our mating surface is clean. I'm not overly concerned with oil being on the surface. I just don't want anything else. So that's that. All of my bolts are Loctited. They are ready to go. So, on the dirty paper towel that we just used, we're going to set our bolts. That's definitely per spec. And I'm going to look inside here. Kind of give it a peek. Man, our pattern on this rear end is freaking perfect. It's using every bit of those little teethies. That drive side is fucking digging. Coast side, same. Yep. That's cool. Our new bolts provided in the kit. So, she's installed. So these bags are super nice because if you've never done this before, you won't know this, but the rigid, like the normal gear oil comes in a rigid container, which is a complete pain in the ass. Like, I'm shoving this up in an area that case would never fit before. So we just kind of let these things dump in. So guys, we're just trying to go snug with this stuff. We ain't trying to get all wick wild and crazy and whatever else you can come up with saying there. Done. That's it. So that's it, guys. Really pretty simple install. Everything about that thing screams quality. I don't see how this is not going to help it. The fluid, that's really going to be the real test. How well does that AMSOIL really do what it says it's going to, and does it hold up as well as it says? We'll see. But thanks for watching another episode of Penguin's Garage, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and watch some more fuckery. Thanks, guys.